On Sunday, I delivered to Prime Minister Netanyahu my vision for peace, prosperity, and a brighter future for the Israelis and Palestinians.
Your deal of the century is the opportunity of the century. And rest assured, Israel will not miss this opportunity.
The first thing to recognize about Trump's so-called deal of the century is that it's no deal at all. To have a deal, you need to broker an agreement between two different sides. In this case, the Israelis and the Palestinians. What Trump has announced this week, that's been long anticipated, has no buy-in whatsoever from the Palestinians and little support from the neighborhood around Israel. In the White House, as Trump delivered the supposedly historic proposal, there were no Palestinian leaders present. There were hardly any Arab political figures of any importance present either. Instead, you had Trump's own loyal lieutenants, senior figures in the Jewish American community, and pro-Israeli lobby in Washington, and of course, very significantly, a number of prominent evangelical pastors, for whom Israeli supremacy over the Holy Land is a matter of religious conviction.
My vision presents a win-win opportunity for both sides.
What the Trump administration proposes for the Palestinians is that over a period of 4 years, the Palestinians work toward a situation where they can become a state.
We are asking the Palestinians to meet the challenges of peaceful coexistence.
The Trump vision for a future Palestinian state is conditioned on a whole series of terms. Most importantly, the wholesale disarmament and defanging of Islamist militant group Hamas.
Stopping the malign activities of Hamas.
As well as a broader recognition from the Palestinians of the Jewish character of the Israeli state.
As the Jewish state.
The Trump administration has proposed a kind of economic solution first.
It takes enormous talent to reject $50 billion worth of investment.
But Palestinian officials and critics say that economic incentives seem more like a payoff for their political rights that they will not currently have.
صفقة القرن مرفوضة جملة وتفصيلا ودعار على كل إنسان بحاول يأيدها.
From what we're seeing in this Trump plan, including maps that have been circulated by the White House, any putative Palestinian state is a far-off prospect, if not a total impossibility. Under this current understanding, it's torn up by Israeli roads and settlements. It seems like a geographical impossibility in many respects. And most importantly, what makes a state is the ability to be sovereign and capable. And specifically from what we're seeing right now, the Palestinians won't really have total sovereign control over their territories and their circumstances.
Today's agreement is a historic opportunity for the Palestinians to finally achieve an independent state of their very own. After 70 years of little progress, this could be the last opportunity they will ever have.
What boosters of this plan would argue is that it recognizes the geopolitical realities of the current situation on the ground. They think that eventually the Palestinians will come to the table, that a plan for development will be too sweet a deal to refuse eventually, although we have little evidence of the Palestinians accepting that logic. Over the past 3 years, we've seen the Trump administration essentially dole out gift after gift to the Israelis.
As everyone knows, I have done a lot for Israel, moving the United States Embassy to Jerusalem, recognizing the Golan Heights, perhaps most importantly, getting out of the terrible Iran nuclear deal.
And at the same time, essentially also put their foot on the Palestinians. Trump and Netanyahu were standing at the dais of the White House on a day when the American president is the subject of an ongoing impeachment trial in the Senate, and on the same day also that Netanyahu saw his attorney general file a criminal indictment against him on a series of very damaging corruption allegations. Trump, of course, also shared his plans with Netanyahu's main rival, Benny Gantz, of the centrist Blue and White Party in Israel. Come April, Gantz could very well be Israel's next prime minister.
I just completed an important and exceptional meeting with the President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, a true and courageous friend of the State of Israel.
What this shows is that, at least when it comes to the Palestinians, no matter all the other political divisions within Israel, the bulk of the Israeli political establishment, especially among the center and on the right, are by and large on the same page.
We discussed matter of utmost importance to Israel's future and security.
The most immediate effect of this announcement is perhaps to encourage the Israelis to go forth and begin a new process of annexation of Palestinian territory. There are reports of that already being contemplated by Netanyahu's government.
ولا بتعطينا أي حق من حقوق الشعب الفلسطيني، فصفقة القرن غير القرن كله مرفوض عندنا. إحنا بدنا حق العودة تبعتنا، بدنا نعود لبلادنا، بدنا حل عادل.
What a lot of critics also point to is a pretty disturbing historical parallel. That is the Bantustans of apartheid-era South Africa, where certain parts of South Africa saw these quasi-autonomous states of black Africans kept under control by a white supremacist state. That reality of the quote-unquote Bantustans will become more and more part of the conversation if the current plan unveiled by Trump and endorsed by Netanyahu goes nowhere. If we don't see a viable Palestinian state, and if the Israelis have no intention of allowing it to come into existence, is it time now to consider whether everyone living between the Jordan River and the sea should have full and equal political rights, which is currently not the case right now.